Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a weekly setup for the week of July 15th through the 21st. And before I get started, which I'm pretty sure you can already tell, not feeling the best. The sinus is acting up yet again. So hopefully this will be over soon. That's the reason why I kind of set up off camera, like on and off throughout the day. And of course I'm gonna do a little chit chat as well. So yeah, just follow along with me or plan. That's what I do with some videos. Let me know if you all do the same thing. Sometimes I will plan or cut things for my journal while I'm watching planner videos, so that's like really soothing for me. But let's get into it. Oh, before I start, I got these from CVS today and I'm so excited. I have been trying to get back into my nails and keeping my nails up and stuff like that. I did have polish over it, which is the one that I like. I showed you all before, the ceramide polish that works really good, but I took it off because I planned on putting these on today, and I like because they are not long and short. So let me show you all what I did in the Hobonichi. Not too much is set up in here, but of course I'll show it. And this week, and I'll say for like the next couple of months, I'm going to try to, I have been really off lately. And when I say off, I mean like off with completing tasks and stuff. As I mentioned to you all before, I just haven't been the best at that. And I think because I'm so overwhelmed, but I'm not a good sleeper anyway. I don't have insomnia, but I just haven't slept well in a while, and it's becoming worse. And I think the fact that I do work, my regular schedule is PM, but whenever I pick up hours lately, I've been picking up overnight, and I enjoy overnight because I'm always up anyway. But I think now with having the sleep issues that I have that has progressed, it's just not good for me. And I worked Friday night until 11, and then I could not get any sleep. I didn't go to sleep until like 6 o'clock, 6:30 actually, 6:34 according to my watch the next day. And I was doing an overnight that night. So I think that contributes. And then when I get sick like this, which not getting enough sleep kind of plays into a lot of things, but our weather lately has been back and forth. So I really want to focus on sleep, like resetting, I'd say, but also just myself, and like just being in the moment and being able, I feel like I rush too much and I multitask too much, and it's just not to my advantage now, and I really want to slow down. And since I can't really slow down in terms of work, as I mentioned before, like a lot of things are coming up financially from now until December, I need to slow down in other areas that I can. Even though it's not feasible, and not to say that I actually can, but it's something I'm going to have to accept and be able to try to give myself and body as much rest as possible. So that's something that I'm focused on now, and not so focused on the list that I want to make, or all the lists that I want to complete. So this is the setup for this week, and I primarily used one sticker book, and that was the sticker book from Joann's. And everything is black and white with some touches of gold. I absolutely love it. And I was happy that I'm using this sticker book because I've had it for a while and some of them don't stick. And I feel like I got all the important things and really got a chance to utilize the functional stickers. And so I put in a functional stickers where I know things were already happening. Work, of course. If you're new here, I recently got back into the Hobonichi. I didn't buy it at the beginning of the year. I bought it mid-year, starting this month. So I'm putting things that are important to me, like work, and I told you all before, I'm just keeping track of hours. Keeping track of my hours. So I have work down. This was the last one of this week's meals, so I went ahead and used that. I feel like these fit perfectly in the Hobonichi weeks. And I just used the functional stickers, and then I never use these. So to be able to have these out, because before, as you see, when I started, I used the stencil for them. Not, or forgetting that I actually had the dots, so I used the dots over here for that. And put in a functional stickers. The 18th is my son's birthday. The 19th is their dad's birthday. And so it was good to like use these. I would have never used these or thought to use them. So I just think that was cute. I wear black all the time anyway. Neutral colors, black or white, black and gray. So I absolutely love these. I put special day. I didn't feel like I would get a chance to use that any other time. So the fact that their birthdays are back to back like that, I was able to throw that in. I put in some day offs, just some encouragements, keep going, sleep in, because Friday I'll be doing an overnight. So I do plan on sleeping in a little bit longer. I put in I love, and then I'll fill something in about what I loved about this week, my top priorities, and need tos. So I'll truly be doing this day by day and not necessarily pre-throwing things in. I know I did put in some important things so I don't forget. My son has a dentist appointment tomorrow, and I need to remember to keep going to the mailbox because sometimes I forget. And just a general list of things that I need. I really love this girl. I got these black and white girls a while back and just haven't had a chance to use them. So I'm really happy I had a chance to use that. And the little bubble word right here as well. I just thought it was really perfect. I think everything went really nicely with this. So I'm excited to go into this week with a clear mind. And when I say clear mind without the pressure of a whole list of things that I'm writing down that I want to get done that may not get done. So that's what I mean when I say like a clear mind. I feel like sometimes I overcrowd things. Excuse me. I feel like I overcrowd some things, and that just adds to pressure, especially when I already don't have enough time. So that's kind of what I would encourage you all to do too. We have tasks and responsibilities and all of those things, but sometimes it's okay to step back, and it's not like you're failing. You're doing what's best for you in the moment. So sometimes it's okay to step back. Like, I know one of the major things I need to do this week is registration for my kids, and I'm gonna put the top 3 things that I want to do this whole week, and if I don't get to these, that's gonna have to be okay. But as long as I can get these top 3 in, I think it's okay to give myself a break. I've been running, and the type of work that I do, I love it, but it can be stressful on any given day. So much can happen. So I try to, I'm trying now to start to allow myself to, like, not feel it, but be able to not feel like I have to press through each day, each hour, each minute. And I always have to do 150%. It's okay to just do 100%. And sometimes that's what I have to tell myself. Like, it's okay to give something 100% of you. I don't always have to be at 150%. Like, I have to go over and over beyond, you know. So that's something that I'm really trying to remind myself of and get back into. I have been under a man, like, is no word the amount of stress. The other day I found out, we found out that my mom has COVID. That has been very stressful on me. And yeah, it's been very stressful. I already took the test. I don't have it. I know some of you are probably thinking, well, you might have it. I took the test. I don't have it, and my kids don't either. But it's just stressful. Anything that concerns my mother, anything that, and because I know I do so much, I always try to make sure that I'm there for my mother or do as much as I can for her. So it's just been stressful. And me being able to have a clear mind in terms of not weighing myself down with more things that are already weighed in is important, because I still have a lot to do before August, because mid-August my kids start school again, so I need to start getting everything in order. So just focusing on priority is good. So I encourage you all to do that as well. Look at what you've been doing for like the last the last 6 months, or even the last month, and think about, have you been pushing yourself in areas that you should give yourself a little break in? Or do you need to give yourself a whole month of a break? Like, yeah, try to get to the things that are priority, but then give yourself permission to rest some. Give yourself permission to just be. And I feel like you have to be everything all the time, if that makes any sense. So yes, I'm in love with this spread. I'm excited to get into this week. And now I'll show, well, I can show you back here. This is filled in. I just have to do today. Fill this in, and I had already set this up. I preset that up, so that was already done. And I started I still need to fill that in, like a payday routine that I'm trying to start off with. That's the first time, and that's because I've watched so many videos lately where some people have a payday routine in terms of like what money, like without a doubt, they're allocating in different places. So that is what I'm trying to implement. Small amounts, but just trying to start a routine of it. This is my like everyday carry, or yeah, it is my everyday carry, because I carry it to work every day with me. And this has been really helpful. I know it's the 14th or 15th now, and I know I'm off, but I'm steady going down the list. I'm not trying to get discouraged. And I read this every day, but sometimes I try to get to this every day. But I also do devotionals as well besides this. So it may not be this scripture, but I'm happy that I have been at least reading a scripture a day, which is good. So this was this previous week, and I'll do like a weekly review later in the week for this past week. And I already just set up the same trackers that I have been using since I've been in here, and they've been working well. So I put that, so I use this, and then I just set up this was all I set up. I didn't like the fact that last week I went above and beyond, like putting in other stickers and making space. And I didn't like that because I felt like I had to use it in that same way. And I don't want to do that again because I felt like I was putting limits on myself and I was directing myself on how to do with it. And when I'm in a notebook like this, I just don't want to feel that structured. So like for instance, if I take a phone call on Saturday and I need to make notes for that or jot down something, I want to be able to have this space to jot it down and not feel like I've already sectioned everything out and now I'm stuck with that. And that's what I did last week. I pretty much labeled everything out, and I regretted it because even as I was writing out scriptures, at one point I was cutting off what I wanted to say because I didn't have any space, because I had just made room for certain things. So this is good. And if something didn't go on that day, then that's fine. It didn't go on that day. If all I'm putting down is, oh, I'm grateful for this, then that's fine. So I have that, and then the rest of the space. And this has just been going good. I really like this. One thing that, excuse me, I know you all are probably gonna be like, what, you added something else. Let me pre-explain why I added something else. The reason why I added something else is because I am trying to be as simple as possible. As you can already tell with getting a Hobonichi and just how I'm utilizing this, I'm trying to go as simple as I can. As simple as I can. And I don't have the time now to like create spreads and monthly books and stuff like that. I just don't have the time, and I don't want to half do it either, because I don't like just half doing and throwing something together, because I really enjoy planning and I utilize it. So while I was at CVS today, the last time I went to CVS, which was like last month, I have been looking at this. And I have been looking at two things. I have been looking at this as well as the Day Designer. And that was before I got the Hobonichi. I was looking at the Day Designer. And maybe I should have gotten that one because it was cheaper than a Hobonichi. And it was a whole year. It was a little bit smaller than this. Well, no, it might have been the same size. And it was one day on a page. I could have tracked things well. It just didn't scream tracking like this did. But maybe that's because I'm so used to the Hobonichi weeks. And it didn't have a lot of notebook space in the back. But maybe that's something that I'll think about next year. Like getting something like that, because I think that book was only $11, 10 something or 11 something, and it was for the whole year. So maybe there's something to think about next year. This was just a lot smaller, but I have been looking at this since last month, so I'm happy to say it wasn't a impulse buy. It was something that I have been looking at and thinking about ways that I could utilize it. I feel like I tried to do it in here. Where was that I tried to do it? And it just didn't, it was a total flop. It was just too much open space and I just didn't do it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh goodness. I can't find it now. Where I had tried to do, I had tried to like write down my meals for the day and then just keep going with it for the whole week. It so did not work. I can't find it. No. Goodness. I don't want to keep sifting through. But it didn't work. I wrote nothing down, like not even the first day of it. I just didn't write. I didn't use it. I didn't. It was like such a waste. And I realized it was here. This is where I was like, oh, okay, I'll just throw in the food and keep going. It was such a waste. I didn't get not a day down. And yeah, it was a waste. And I was logging through last week. It was because it was not like a space already ready for me to do it. And that was the problem. So I finally decided to get this. This was only $10, which wasn't bad because it goes from July to December of next year. So I feel like it wasn't a waste. Like $10 was not a waste, because even if I get 6 months out of it, say all I do is 6 months, it costs more for a McDonald's meal than what this planner was. And I know it sounds weird, but that's how I kind of break things up. Like, even when I want things, I think about, okay, well, if I got this, that would be like a day working, or that'd be like 2 days working. Like, is it something that I feel is worth it? But this, I felt like would be worth it. It's a fitness planner. It gives you a monthly view and monthly trackers as well. And here's an example. And I'm sorry, my voice is so dry and raspy now. But this is an example, and I thought it was really nice that they gave you one, and it's not just like a paper one, it's a nice one. So, it's by the brand See It Big, Plan Ahead. You've probably seen, because I've seen this on Walmart as well, like See It Bigger kind of brand. And yeah, this is just showing you how to do it, how to use it, which is nice. And at first I thought, I don't know, when I got it, I think I was so busy thinking about if I could use it and whether or not I was wasting my time and money and getting it, until I didn't realize it actually started this month, which was good. So I'm not too far behind. I may try to add in the trackers, even though we're like halfway through this month. But it has little quotes up here. A place for you to put your weight, your goal weight. Excuse me, your goal weight, your weight at the beginning of the month, and then your weight at the end of the month. And for some people, that is helpful. And then this is how the weekly view looks. So you have the space over here to the left, and the space to the left is what I'm going to use to add for my meals. It has a space for sleep, so that's good. Water, which, as you all know, I have been tracking since the beginning of this month because I'm trying to get better with it. So it had that, energy, what your energy level was for that day, and activities, like if you do movement or any workouts. And then at the bottom, it's just for notes and to-dos. And I thought it was a real quick way to jot things down. And yeah, and I see everything without having to keep sifting through each page. So I can see the whole week on 2 pages, which is great with me. Same format. And then you go into the next month and it's the same thing. So I think that is good. They have a little note section in the back. Not too big, but if you're just using this for information, I think it's great. So I got that. I want to show you all that. And that is all. I know this video was pretty chatty, but I just wanted to share with you all kind of what I've been going through and encouraging you to slow down if you need to. First, I used to think that was just so bad to slow down. Like, I have all these things to do. I don't have time to slow down. I have to do this. I have to do that. And it is okay to slow down. you're actually going to do your body a favor, because you won't burn out, you won't get so tired. And again, I just need to focus on rest. And that is all. So subscribe if you haven't already done so. Probably this week I'll do like I did last week and do a midweek review. Of course, it's going to be chatty as always, but I'll do like a midweek review, and I'm really going to try to get the video in about my expense tracking and just what I've been doing and what I'm doing with my budget. So that is all. I hope you all have an awesome week this week, and you got this. Bye-bye.